On this episode of Road Trip Masters, we roll into a town set amid the Allegheny Mountains.
And then explore a Cold War secret that was hidden away for decades.
Is this being recorded?
We'll meet some raptors and experience some authentic French cuisine.
And take in some mountain adventure, West Virginia style.
That's cold.
So sit back, relax, and let us do the driving right here on Road Trip Master. I'm Nick Kessler.
And I'm Brian Fulmer.
We're teachers that have a passion for travel.
Cruising the highways and byways in our 1968 drop-top caddy.
We discover the places and people that make this nation great. We are Road Trip Masters. This week, we're headed down to the crossroads where US Route 60 and 219 meet, to the town of Lewisburg, West Virginia. Located in Greenbrier County, Lewisburg is rich in history, so much that in 1978, a 236-acre area in the heart of the town was designated a National Register Historic District. And in the midst of all this history stands the historic General Lewis Inn. This hotel offers its guests a relaxed and stress-free environment that make it a perfect getaway for all who stay. That's when we caught up with the owner, Sparrow, to tell us more. Sparrow, absolutely beautiful place here, the General Lewis Inn. Now, it's got a lot of history to it, so I'm going to let you explain it.
The original building was built in 1834 and the inn was built in 1928, opened for business in 1929. So naming it the General Lewis Inn was just to honor this revolutionary soldier who founded our town, and that's why our town is named Lewisburg.
When a guest comes here, checks in, what can they expect room-wise?
Well, we have an interesting eclectic mix of rooms. All of our rooms are different. There's not a single room that's the same. They all have antique and historical pieces to them, from the structure of the room to the antique bed frames and the bureaus that are in the rooms.
Tell me about room 202.
We built room 202 with the intention to be a bridal suite, and it's gone far beyond that. It's rented almost every day of the week. It's a 2-room king suite that has this sort of epic bathroom in it with a clawfoot tub and a big glass shower. And it's just wonderful. It's modern, it's unique, it's very quiet. It's the quietest room in the hotel. And it's just rented all the time.
I love the front porch.
Oh, thank you.
Classic style.
Classic Southern.
You can go outside.
Yep.
You can just sit there and relax. And you just see the street coming right down.
You just see people coming and going.
Yeah,
it's
and
fun.
It's beautiful and it's comfortable and you can eat out there.
And you can eat out there. It's great.
And then we take the bar.
And then there's the bar. So my husband and I always dreamed of owning a bar, loving cocktails ourselves. And so we get to serve beautiful handcrafted cocktails and be done by 11, so.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think my buddy's at the bar and I'm gonna head over there and I'm gonna check this thing out.
I think you should.
So it was off to the bar to see what incredible cocktail Tyler had in store for us. Tyler, what's up? Nice to meet you.
How you doing? Nick, good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to order a drink, but Tyler, what do you recommend?
Well, you look like some strapping young guys, so we're gonna do our sharp dressed gent. It's our house Manhattan kind of variation. We're gonna start with a few dashes of Angostura bitters. Then we're gonna do some handmade wormwood bitters. We do a whole line of nice handmade bitters and tinctures here. Goes a
Wait,
long
do you
way.
guys make all your bitters?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
A lot of handmade ingredients. The next one's gonna be a roasted red cardamom cordial. We're gonna sweeten it up a little bit. And then we're gonna do a bit of a coffee-infused Lillet Rouge, which is a fortified red wine. So we're gonna do a bit of that, as well as a handmade sweet vermouth here in-house as well. And then we're gonna do a bonded rye.
A lot of stuff in there.
A lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
Then we're gonna finish it off some nice light Irish whiskey. So we're gonna stir this down real quick. Here's our glassware.
Notice the ties.
Yeah, a little like, what do you call them?
Clothesline.
Clothespins.
Yeah, little clothespins. Hold on the tie for the sharp dressed gents. So we're gonna pour those in.
Man, nailed it.
Sharp dressed gents.
All right.
Cheers, my friend.
To the start of another road trip.
With all the great things to do here in Greenbrier County, West Virginia, we started with our favorite thing, food. Lucky for us, I know just the spot. The French Goat with Chef Steven, where French cuisine comes with a little twist.
Back in the kitchen. Chef Steven, you have something special for us today.
Yes, I sure do. We're going to be doing a duck confit dish, duck faux, because it's one of those old school style techniques. You cook it in its own fat. It's got a little bit of spice, a little bit of basil, veggies, udon noodles, and everything else.
All right, take it away, Chef. Where do we start?
Now we'll go ahead and start with a little fat in the pan. I got some baby carrots here, French beans. I'll add the garlic.
Now, hot pepper.
Yes, sir. Little Thai chili. Give it a little heat.
I love seeing the flame, Chef. That never gets old.
Then I'm gonna take a little bit of that faux broth.
Now you're gonna put it right in there?
And the faux broth itself, it's basically, I take like duck carcasses and duck necks. And it's got a lot of cinnamon, coriander, allspice, lime juice. And then you make a delicious sauce out of it. So then we're gonna take some udon noodles. Go ahead and float them in there.
Marrying all those flavors together, Chef?
Oh, yeah. We'll let that cook down a minute. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take this duck leg. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it in half.
And there it is. Just as simple. As Chef was plating the dish, I just had that feeling that he wasn't quite done yet. And I had this sense that he was going to add a touch of culinary flair.
A watermelon radish, a little microgreens, sesame seed, and a little Aleppo pepper.
Chef, you can really see the colors pop on this dish.
Yep, it's a great dish. It's got a lot of different flavor profiles.
One more thing I'm gonna have to ask you. My buddy Nick's inside. Do you mind making another one?
Sure, I'd love to.
After Chef banged out another dish, it was finally time to sink our teeth in it.
Here we go.
All right, buddy. Looks like a little duck confit. Oh, can't forget my manners.
Me too. Hat comes off.
Aha.
Chef's dish was dialed in, and every bite sinful to the taste.
Another excellent job. You know how to pick the dishes.
And the spots.
Cheers.
After a delicious meal, owners Deb and Arthur took us for a spin around town, and fortunately, we had room for Marcel the goat.
While cruising through the Blue Ridge Mountains of West Virginia, we couldn't pass up the opportunity to check out the Greenbrier Resort and Hotel. Built in 1778, the Greenbrier occupies over 11,000 acres of land. With its classic decor and stunning architecture, this grand resort is a celebration of history. However, the true treasure of this hotel lies underneath. That's where we met up with Dr. Bob, the historian at the Greenbrier, where he let us in on one of the best-kept secrets during the Cold War.
This was a bunker for Congress. This was the emergency relocation center for the legislative branch of the federal government. So we're going to go through this door here and enter a 112,000 square foot concrete box, basically.
I see this massive door behind us. I think it's time to enter the vault.
You want to do that?
I do.
Absolutely.
All right. We can pull that off.
All right.
Let's go this way.
Okay. Brian and I were excited. Dr. Bob led us down a long corridor, the same corridor members of Congress would have been ushered in the event of a nuclear war. Their next stop, the decontamination room, where each person would have been required to remove their clothing. But I'll let Dr. Bob explain more.
It turns out there's no magic. I mean, radiation attaches to dust. That's what fallout is. And so once you burn that, then the clothing, if there's anything on your body, it's just a matter of washing it. It's basically hot water. Back through here, they had a whole supply of fatigues. So everybody got new clothes.
So even the Congress would have been in military fatigues?
Yeah, this whole area here was just stacks and stacks of military fatigues.
More than 1,100 people would have lived here with one goal in mind, to preserve a working and functioning government.
So what we did when we reconfigured this was get a lot of the original equipment back from the late 50s, early 60s, some weapons here for riot control. Yeah, when you think about what they had to consider to pull this off, to have all these people here, first of all, to get them here, and then not only to survive, but to do those things they need to do to be political leaders. It's a wildly complex plan they had to come up with. Remember, the big picture was you're moving the institution of Congress here, and they're going to continue to function as a legislative branch. So you had the bigger room here for the House, and there's a small room right next to us for the Senate. And then they would have stayed in contact as a communication center here. And all this was to provide continuity of government in the face of a catastrophic event and be able to show the public that the government was intact.
Dr. Bob, can you brief us where we're at?
Can you keep it nice and brief?
Okay. Well, this is a briefing room. So remember, you have members of Congress here, and they're going to want to know what's going on outside. So they're here for a substantial length of time. So people will come in here and explain how the situation is evolving out there. So, thus the briefing room.
The bunker had it all. Operating rooms, a pharmacy, cafeteria, and much more. All protected by this massive blast door, which opens with only 50 pounds of pressure. Bob, here we are. The big door.
The big one. Yeah, this is the big one.
Who was it made by?
By the Mosler Safe Company. Now, they've gone out of business, but there was a time, virtually any bank in America you went in, the bank vault door was built by Mosler. When Hiroshima was bombed after the Second World War, the bank vaults survived.
When I was a kid growing up, going through the tail end of that, teachers used to practice a drill where I would go under the desk and that would save me. Why didn't they just build the bunker out of a big desk?
We are currently exploring the beautiful countryside of Greenbrier County, West Virginia, and since we've already been underground, we'd like to continue that theme. That's when we decided to check out Lost World Caverns. And let me let you in on a little secret. Brian is not a fan of enclosed spaces, especially ones 120 feet below the Earth's surface.
Steve, what are we gonna see today? I love the entrance already.
We're gonna go down this tunnel and enter Lost World Caverns and show you some of the beautiful stuff that's underground instead of above ground here in West Virginia.
Brian, we're getting deeper down in.
Yes, we are.
Steve, up top, high on the cave, those ribbony, like stalactites. Is that what you call them, or do they have a different name?
Ribbons or draperies, but yeah, the cavers make up names for things. So they call those angel wings.
See, Brian, they're here to protect you.
Yeah, the angels,
Okay.
the angels are here in the cave.
That's great. How'd they get here? That's the problem.
We continued our journey, and I thought for sure that the next stop would calm Brian's nerves.
So this massive block fell from the ceiling.
Very long time. Probably, I would guess that most of this big stuff, I have a hunch that all this happened 10 to 15,000 years ago.
Those are good odds, Brian.
Now it's nice and tight in here.
Oh, yeah.
And when I say nice, I don't really mean it in those regards.
I feel comfortable, right at home in here.
The other thing beyond this point is that back in the early 1960s, they found partial remains of a prehistoric bear back there. That bear was about 15 feet tall, standing on his hind legs. So he's bigger than the biggest grizzly or Kodiak bears that we have today.
We continued our journey, and I thought the next stop would calm Brian's nerves for sure.
Oh.
It's a money pit.
Yeah.
Well, according to the Weekly World News, this is one of the areas that Bat Boy would go from Middle Earth to come up into the cave and then go outside to access the world above.
Oh, wow. Bat Boy.
Bat Boy's supposed to.
I think that would send me over the edge.
I know. I never
Twice.
saw him jump like this
Yeah,
ever.
twice.
I've known
Seen
the
him
guy
jump
for
twice.
17 years. Steve, here we are, right at the main entrance. I don't know how long ago when they discovered the cave.
On July 10th, 1942, they lowered 2 college kids from Virginia Tech down on ropes from that hole above our heads. It's 128 feet down to the platform we're standing on. Shortly after they discovered it in 1942, they placed that rope cable ladder that you saw over here.
Yeah, right there. We should hook it back up, Brian, and try it from the top to come down.
Yeah, that sounds great.
As we pushed onward, we came upon a formation that has some fame and notoriety.
So we're standing next to the War Club, which is an interesting 30-foot tall stalagmite. It's interesting because of the shape. It's only probably 8 or 9 inches at the base, and then it widens out as it goes up. In 1971, this goofy guy named Bob Addis came down here and climbed on top of this to try to set a world record for stalagmite sitting. And he sat on top of this for almost 16 days.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Is it still a world record?
Yeah, apparently it still is a world record.
Brian, get up there. Well, Steve, a true treasure here that you own.
Pretty cool.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you
A
so
lot
much.
better than a basement, yeah?
Oh, yes, it is.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
So after checking out Steve's geological marvel, it was time to hit our next spot, Greenbrier Falconry, where Brian and I got up close and personal with some of West Virginia's most beautiful birds of prey.
You know, Nick, my nickname is BF, and most people think it's because of Brian Fulmer. In actuality, they call me BF because of Blue Falcon. And we're with the Falcon man right here, Cody. Can you tell us something about the birds behind us?
Well, what we have here, we have some hawks, and we do have a falcon. Now, a lot of times people believe that falconry is just falcons, but it's actually birds of prey. It's birds with big, sharp beaks, big, powerful feet and talons that they use to catch their food with. So it does not matter whether you're using a traditional falcon or hawks. They're birds of prey. They're all falconry birds.
How much does he weigh, Cody?
He weighed 1 pound, 7 ounces.
All right.
1 pound, 7 ounces?
And this bird will come.
Okay.
After weighing the hawk, Cody now knows how much we can feed her. But first, we had to earn the raptor's trust by playing a little game of, well, can I say, chicken?
The bird catches food for one purpose only, and the purpose is
Survival.
survival. So he catches to eat it. You want the bird to look at you as the #1 food source. If I show him a piece of chicken, I expect the immediate response. That's what I expect. Do you understand what's going on here?
Yeah, he's
Where's the world revolve around?
that food source.
The food source.
Yep.
The bird can thread a needle to come through, get that small piece of food.
So after Cody showed us the hawk's hunting accuracy, it was time for Brian and I to feed this predator from the sky.
You want to put the glove on?
Absolutely. Oh, God, I'm nervous. I'm ready. Man, that's intense.
The power,
There
the
is
muscle.
power. There is power there. This bird here could take a full-grown jackrabbit.
I can't believe how light the bird is.
Birds have to fly.
I know, but you know that, but still he's actually in your hand.
Unfortunately, due to rain, we had to get our little buddy back home.
I think this is it. This is where we part ways with Cody. I want to hang out almost all day with him.
I'd love to shake his hand, but he's been touching chicken.
Well, we got a fist pump.
All right. Cody, thank you so much.
Enjoy your rest of your time.
Atta bless.
Thank you, Cody.
There's no better way to explore the area than on bikes, with great guides and good conversation. So that's when we hooked up with Bobby and Alinda from Free Spirit Adventures to give us an up-close and personal exploration of this beautiful countryside.
Well, as we come across the campsite, Brian, Bob and Alinda, is this typical along the trail? Stops like this?
Absolutely. There are stops all along. They're first come, first served. So whenever you stop, you just bring your camping gear out, camp right here.
It's so well taken care of. So people are putting the time to maintain all of this natural beauty.
This is the longest state park in West Virginia, and they're the ones who maintain it. And then the community supports it.
Now, Alinda, you mentioned 78-mile trail. Have you and Bob ever have done it from start to finish?
Absolutely. We've ridden it all night before just to see what it's like at night.
I would say perfect romantic opportunity for you and Bob.
Yeah. You gotta keep rolling.
And believe it or not,
Yep.
Here we are where the washout was. And Alinda, you renamed it to
New bank. It's a new bank and a new day.
and done strictly by Mother Nature. And we're down here, and if you look at how much rock was just pushed down by what?
It was the mountain stream pushing the rock down.
Mother Nature is always going to win.
Absolutely.
And to think about the massive force for it to flow down to produce.
Yeah. A new bank.
There's only one thing stronger than Mother Nature. That's
Fanny
my fanny pack.
Oh, God.
With the heat coming down and the fanny pack finally secured, Alinda took us to our next adventure, where things would get a little wet.
Brian, after this ride, we finally arrived.
What a pleasant surprise. A swimming hole.
That's it. It's my favorite place.
cools you off and cure whatever ails you right here.
Normally, what I like to cool me off is an ale, but this is a close second.
Ready to jump in. Excited. Got the kids here, the experts of the river right there. We're gonna follow them.
That's cold.
It was awesome riding the river, and I was amazed at how powerful the current truly was.
Fire in the hole!
Woo! After a hot day riding along the Greenbrier River, Linda and Bobby were right. Nothing hit the spot better than a dip in some of West Virginia's beautiful waters. Well, another successful road trip in the books. Until next time, I'm Nick Kessler.
And I'm Brian Fulmer. Stay curious, my friends.
Safe travels.